Hello, welcome to Pursuit of Perfect System. I hope you are all well and staying safe. What happens if you combine 432 with 85? I'm not actually sure, but I'm really looking forward to finding out, because the next two products I'm about to review are the 432 EVO Reference Music Server, the standard edition, and the Wharfedale Linton Heritage Speakers. Standard version of this 432 EVO Music Server is the entry-level product from the Belgium-based manufacturer, but priced at €2,500, it's clearly not entry-level priced. I think the price puts it in between some very stiff competition for some other computer-orientated music servers, such as a Roon Nucleus Plus, maybe an EVO Zen Mark III. So why might an audiophile choose the EVO 432 standard over the Roon Nucleus Plus or the EVO Zen Mark III? Well, there could be a lot of different reasons. Now, I personally have been building computer-based music servers for about a decade, and I've worked very hard and spent a lot of hours trying to optimize and get the best sound quality from them. And I know and appreciate there's two areas really that are important. One is hardware and the other is software. Now, I can fully appreciate some of you might struggle to kind of accept the concept that one software player can sound different from another software player, especially when they are both bit perfect or have bit perfect outputs. But that has certainly been my experience. And looking at operating systems, it's been really surprising and shocking to me just how impactful an operating system can be on the sound quality of a music server. And I think that's a nice way to kind of talk about the 432 EVO range of music servers, because the guy who's behind them as a product, Kurt Beta, his background is in Linux programming and Linux security programming to a very high level. Now, a lot of different manufacturers choose to use a Linux-based operating system for sound quality reasons, but you can rest assured, having a programming expert behind the company, the Linux-based operating system on the full range of 432 EVO music servers is very much optimized for sound quality, including some clever work with the kernels. The kernels are the control or the programming of the processor within the music server. The second area being hardware. All the 432 EVO music servers have hardware in them chosen for their audio quality. If you're a UK customer of a 432 EVO standard music server, you get HW Boost included, and HW Boost stands for hardware boost. So you get a more powerful CPU, you get more RAM, and you get a 2 terabyte SSD installed, all included in the price. And those are cost extra upgrades for customers outside the UK. So that is all very cool, but there is also a lot more. As standard with the 432 EVO standard music server, it comes with a linear power supply, an S-Booster BOTW linear power supply. And on top of all of that, the 432 EVO can be used as a Roon Core and a Roon End Point. And back to what I said before about some of the clever Linux programming that's going on this music server, there's even more of that in regards to Roon music playback and getting better sound quality from Roon. And then we have the 432 Hertz plugin, which is where the name 432 EVO comes from. Now, if you'd like to have a deep dive into what this is all about, I suggest going on the 432 EVO website, because there's a lot of information on there for you to read. Just summarizing it down to, a very, very short explanation. Over decades, musical instruments have been tuned to different frequencies, with the most up-to-date or most modern standard frequency being 440 Hertz. By all accounts, there's been a lot of research done into this, and there is quite a large consensus that a tuning frequency of 432 Hertz instead of 440 Hertz will make musical instruments sound less sharp. They will sound more warm and more organic. With every 432 EVO Music Server, you can choose to use them with a bit perfect output. You can choose to use them to upsample your music. You can choose to use a number of different SQI filters or really sound tailoring filters, or you can choose to use them in 432 Hertz sound mode. And this is proprietary and exclusive technology to 432 EVO Music Servers. And in real time, it will retune the music you listen to 432 Hertz. But by all accounts, it does it without changing the tempo of the music and without having any negative effect on the music. So that's really quite an interesting one, and definitely one I'm interested to listen to and find out how that works and what effect that might have. And by all accounts, it's intended to make your recorded or maybe your streamed music sound warmer and more organic, which could be a fantastic thing for digital audio, and especially computer-based digital audio. I think maybe that 432 Hertz mode could be one factor on its own that could make you choose to buy one of these servers over the other competition, as I mentioned. So I think it's going to be very interesting to put this 432 EVO Music Server to the test and try out all these different sound modes and sound options. But now it's time to talk about the Wharfedale Linton Heritage Speakers. Now I know these Wharfedale Linton speakers are extremely popular, and it's not surprising coming in at under £1,000, £999. But really, you want to be buying the matching stands to go with them, and they are worth every bit of their £279 price tag, which pushes the overall price up to £1,278. What I think is really interesting about that is it puts the Lintons in Bowers & Wilkins 603 speaker territory. And I've reviewed the Bowers & Wilkins 603 and I thought they was great speakers, really excellent sounding speakers. But on an initial first impressions, what I would say is I feel like the Wharfedale Lintons have better build quality than the Bowers & Wilkins, and definitely a better finish quality than the Bowers & Wilkins. And I think this is a really interesting comparison because the Bowers & Wilkins 600 range of speakers have been around for 30 odd years, and I'm sure some of you hold some nostalgia towards some of those speakers. But the Wharfedale Linton speakers were originally made and sold in the 1960s, and when I look at that as a speaker, to me that would be the speaker that I would have drawn as a 10-year-old boy. And I wondered, if I asked a 10-year-old boy to draw a speaker today, they might draw something like this, or I suppose if they are very privileged, they might draw something like this. What scares me the most is that a 10-year-old boy, ask him to draw a speaker and he might draw something like this. Now, let that sink in, dads, and let that sink in, granddads. Think about it and then think, right, I need to order a pair of these Linton speakers from Wharfedale just to show my children or my grandchildren what a true speaker is supposed to look like. The Wharfedale Linton Heritage speakers might look like they are from the 1960s, but the specification of them is very much up to date. They are a three-way ported bass reflex design with an 8-inch black woven Kevlar bass driver, a 5-inch black woven Kevlar mid-range driver, and a 1-inch soft dome tweeter. They have a 6 ohm nominal impedance and an efficiency of 90 decibels, which means you don't need a huge amplifier to drive them well. And the spec sheet says bass extension down to 35 Hertz, but that is at -6 decibels, so I think that Wharfedale are being a little bit cheeky there with the numbers. My first impressions of these Wharfedale Linton speakers is they are heavy, they are solid, they are very well built, and I actually thought they was made of real wood, such as the quality of their finish. And I think it's cool to have a speaker system that has a physical fitting grill system. I haven't used, a grill system without magnets on it for some years, and that makes me feel really old. To be honest, I can't see any audiophiles buying these speakers, unboxing them, kind of holding them in their hands and not instantly falling in love with them before they've even plugged them in to listen to them. They just have that presence and feel about them. And those matching speaker stands, they are heavy, they are quality, they are solid, and they very much match and really set off the overall look of these as an overall speaker system. And in a way, it feels strange to me that they are sold separately, because they really do belong together, the speakers and their stands. I think having one without the other would be like having Ant without Deck, or Torville without Dean, or maybe Bert without Ernie. It just doesn't work, does it? So I'm sure you can probably guess I'm actually very excited to install the speakers and install the 432 EVO Music Server and have a good listen to them and find out what they're both all about. I'm actually waiting to get my hands on a new amplifier to use with them as well, and there'll be more on that for you in the future. So what will be coming soon will be demonstration videos, as always, followed by review conclusions for both the Wharfedale Linton speakers and the 432 EVO standard music server. So I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are as well. Thanks very much for watching this video. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.